cheapest, fastest, easiest possible way to fix broken glass in your old wood window. Okay, if you're trying to reglaze a window the right way, this video is not for you. Don't watch this video. This video is for all you out there trying to cut corners and just get it done. Let me stress, this is temporary. You can leave this a couple months, but I really would not let this go past like a year because it's not gonna last and you might make things a whole lot worse if you leave it. First thing you wanna do is clean out the little indented place where the glass goes. Use whatever you want. I got something, I had this scraper, use a butter knife, use a screwdriver, whatever you have, just get all that mess cleaned out. Watch out for the glazing points. It looks like a teeny baby throwing star and it's designed to hold the glass into the window. See that guy? That holds in the glass. So you put the glass in and then this guy on top of it. You can try to save these and reuse them if they're in good shape. If you want to, that's even cheaper. Go to your little glass store and get single strength glass. I paid $3.74. That's with tax. All right, so I accidentally vacuumed up the little glazing point. So we're gonna have to go with option B for holding this piece in. Okay, so if let's pretend this little piece of like old caulk, this is a glazing point, what you would do is you would just like put it right here, you know, with the Sharpie point like towards the wood, and then you would just take like any kind of like putty knife or whatever, and you would just push it into the wood, you know, so it will hold it. The store, the big box store, did not have the glazing points and the little tool that comes with it. They were out of that, whatever. So since I vacuumed up that thing, this cheaty video just went high dollar. This is my glazing point gun. What it does is it sets on, it sets on the glass and you go like this and it shoots them in there into the wood, okay? So we're just gonna use this because we ain't got nothing else and ain't anybody got time for that. So all right, here we go. All right, it ain't working. I push hard on this thing to make it work because it sucks. Oh, all right, so there it goes. All right. All right, so we had a little misfire, but like basically, see, these are little diamond points, and that's what they look like. But they hold it in, they shoot into the wood, and they hold the glass in there. I'm just gonna push that one in a little better. All right, see, that one did good. Okay, so it's halfway down in there, but it's sticking up enough and it's holding the piece of glass in there. Technically, you should put one per each side, and these long sides, you really need two, but we just getting it in there. I got one on each side, that's good enough, and good enough is good enough for me. The cheapest possible putty knife I could find was this one, 98 cents. See how it's thin, and it's got like supposedly like a sharp edge on it, you know, it's plastic, so whatever. This is like all you need. You need some glazing putty and you need a putty knife to put it in there. It takes forever to dry and skin over, but again, ain't nobody got time to order the expensive stuff. We're trying to do is cheap. This is window glazing putty. This stuff they sell at any big box store because it's the junkiest, so that's what they sell. This is like a big container. I've seen the little small ones that are like the size of the Chinese white rice, the little ones, you know, but like they didn't have that, so we got a bigger one. This was $9.38, so the small one's probably like $5 or whatever. Before you buy this, when you were in the store, you better open it and look at it, because one time I bought one in an emergency. When I got it open at home, it was full of rocks. Like somebody had used it, thrown it in the dirt, and then returned it. Look and make sure that it looks like fresh and new. But technically, you're supposed to like pull all this whole container out and mix it up with your hands. So in case there's any oils or separation or whatever. But again, like this is the ain't anybody got time for that tutorial. So we're just gonna go for it. All right. You can wear gloves, but gloves is expensive. And we're trying to do this cheap, so we're just gonna get dirty. And you're putting this on, don't get it in the middle of the glass. Only get it right where you need it. You'll never get that mess cleaned off. I mean, you can, but it's such a nightmare. All right, so I'm just kneading it to get it warm, but also so that when I get it in there, you know, it can be smooth. Get this all mushed into like, basically this is like a corner, right? All the way around. You don't want any air gaps. You don't want any space. I'm just gonna start pulling some, and some people twist it into a rope. I don't, because I feel like you get air gaps that way. And I'm really taking this stuff and really pushing it in there. Areas where it looks like I didn't get a whole lot in there, I'm just pushing some more in there so I make sure it's all squished in there real good. Now I take our Putty plastic 98 cent and then I really moosh it in there, like flatten it in there, okay? So this one that has been done and needs to be done again, see, like there, it's not right angle anymore. It's this angle of Putty. So we're making that angle with our knife and pulling it along. Take your knife, you're gonna be pushing against the glass and the wood, get that angle you need, and you're pulling down. Do the middle. Don't worry about the corners. We're going to do the corners last. If you get this kind of chatter and it's not smooth like this, it just means you need to adjust your angle. The ain't nobody got time for that method is also just use your finger and kind of smooth it out. Because again, this is a temporary fix. You don't finish on a corner, you start a corner. Okay, so the reason you want to get it smooth is because you're trying to shed water. So if water does get on here, it'll just run right off and not like sit in some sort of pocket and rot. I'm not worried about it too bad because this is underneath a shelter. It really, barring a hurricane, should not get any like water going in here. That's why we're doing the ain't nobody got time for that method. I'm done for today and I'm leaving it because you gotta wait for it to skin over the top before you paint it. It's kind of like when you get like nacho cheese sauce and it sits out a while and it gets that skin on top, like that's what it basically looks like. So then you put 2 coats of paint over it, not primer, regular paint over it, and you just make sure that when you paint it, it laps over the glass at least 1/16 of an inch, like at least a little bit, and don't mess with it. Paint it with a brush, leave it. Don't razor blade it, nothing. Don't use tape on it, nothing. And then you're good.